Hello everybody. The OTA hit Marvel Snap and something's changed. It wasn't a good OTA in my opinion, but it brought us this deck here, and in my opinion it's the strongest OTA deck, or the strongest deck that can beat every other deck in the meta right now. It's a Sera Deck, so we are trying to counter most of the stuff your enemy wants to do, while also having a lot of power for ourselves with the new Mary. So let's go over the cards. The first card is Sera. It's the core card, that's why I show it first. There's no replacement here because it's a Sera deck. You want to play her on turn 5 and get out of the one less cost as much as possible. And then we have the next card, and this time it's Ghost. Ghost can also be Invisible Woman. In my opinion, Ghost is a little bit better because the stats are better and you actually don't want to play any of your other cards on turn 3, maybe Luke Cage, but in my opinion Ghost gives you a better game plan as Invisible Woman, as you have all 3 lanes on it, only one. Hazmat is one of the cards here that gives minus power to your enemy cards and yourself, of course, but you want to play Luke Cage, so yeah, that's whatever. The card is not a core card, I would say. It's just a really good card on turn 6. You can play White Widow here. You can also play Medusa or something that gives you a lot of power. The next card is Shadow King, staple in the Sera decks. Yeah, he even got better in the OTA for whatever reason. He already was one of the best tech cards, and I almost put him in every tech deck, or every deck that can run tech. I don't know why they buffed him, but yeah, not replaceable. US Agent. Somehow US Agent went from not playable to playable in almost any deck because of the meta. We still have the Claw and Iron Man stuff going on, so -4 power is really strong here. Also, it can win you the lane pretty easy with some other cards if you just put it on one lane and yeah, hope for the best. And then we have Rogue. Same thing as US Agent. I didn't like that card and I still don't really like it, but somehow it ends up in all of my decks right now because there's so much ongoing to steal, and Eng with 4 costs is kinda annoying to play if you don't play Zabu, so that's why Rogue is better. Also, you want to steal most of the ongoing effects for yourself, so yeah, not replaceable in my opinion. Killmonger as well, next Sera staple card, tech stable, so yeah, there's still going a lot of zoo going around, and also there's Deadpool Destroy, and then we of course have the bounce meta right now, so Killmonger is really good, especially with Ghost, so yeah, don't drop him. Luke Cage, yeah, core card, of course. I forgot to put it in earlier, but yeah, you have a lot of cards that reduce power, also reduce your own power, and of course you don't want to have that, so yeah, put Luke Cage in. Red Guardian, really good card, can be swapped for Copycat, Nocturne, any 3 derp that gives you an advantage. I think he's really good here because with my -2 power, also there's still a lot of discard going on, and with Dracula you can hit him. Also with Mobius you can reduce his effect. And then it's a discard. Why is Omega Red in here? So there's a reason, because you win one lane, and that's +3 power to your other lanes, and +3 power doesn't seem a lot if you think about your enemy cards and like Infinite Horde or something with 20 power, but in this deck you want to reduce your enemy's power, that means plus 3 power is worth a lot. So put this card in and win the lane. Man Thing and Omega Red can win your one lane and give you one huge advantage, and then usually you can win the other lanes with your tech cards. So yeah, Man Thing is good against bounce, what I said earlier, same as Killmonger basically. Good against Zoo and also good against like surfer stuff. So really good card even with the 4/7 stats. And then we have our buffed card, Typhoid Mary. She's a really fun card and I like her a lot. I put that new border on, it looks pretty cool. Yeah, so why is this card in here? So this card was already not bad with Luke, I would say, but now even if you don't draw Luke Cage, 4/10 is really good, and you can play some other cards on that lane as well, and -1 power is not that huge. So yeah, you can play Mary and Omega Red on one lane, and that's really strong. And yeah, that was the deck. So it's a Sera deck, so the gameplay is pretty easy. You play your cards, you destroy or tech your enemy cards, and compared to other Sera decks, this deck has a lot of power output yourself, and not on turn 6 like other Sera decks, but way earlier. So that's why we play Ghost here, to lose priority. Yeah, Omega Red is a really good card on turn 6 as well, because enemies don't expect it. Hazmat as well on turn 6. And yeah, so I have some gameplay for you. This deck can really put out numbers and also really cripple your enemy. So there's a lot to see with this deck. So yeah, try it out and yeah, be annoying. can see here, with Rogue and Hazmat you steal their combo for yourself, which is pretty good. And then in the end, with the double wand that you stole with Rogue, you give them even more minus power. So even though they actually draw the almost like their perfect combination with Wong, Ironheart, Silver Surfer and Odin, you still get a lot of minus power out, and you still get a lot of power for yourself with the cards. So that was pretty easy to win. As you can see here, he hit his Ronin with Iron Lead that makes double Ronin, which is pretty hard to beat. But I have Rogue, and that gives me a lot of power because I can steal his Ronin. And then I have Red Guardian on the negative zone lane, which is basically 0 power, but I give him minus power. And then yeah, I still have Hazmat and Shadow King. Here I couldn't really decide where I want to put that, because I still have a lot of cards by myself and I didn't draw Luke. But yeah, on the right lane it was basically already won. So I went for the Rogue in mid and the Red Guardian mid as well, to just play as many cards as possible to reduce the power from Ronin on the left and the power in mid and right. So he played another Mystique, that's another Ronin on the right, but the main thing already won the lane by himself. And as you can see, I don't have much power by myself, but his power is even less, which makes this deck so strong. So that was the video. Always feel free to subscribe and leave a comment, and thanks for playing my decks. See you next time.